about him tonight. I'm not going to be picturing him helping me study for biochem.
That is not something we needed to know.
He's kind of got a Peter Parker vibe, which is exactly my type. How about you guys? What's your type?
We should probably just focus.
I bet you like tall women.
I like sweet, handsome, caring, and yes, tall men.
You're gay? Right on. Top or bottom?
Oh, wow, Charlie. You're not in your med school study group, okay? That is an inappropriate question for a co-worker. You could be fired.
Employers have to consider my neurodiverse communication style. No one should be forced to change who they are to be considered more professional.
Well, I'd suggest checking in with HR. They may have a different idea of reasonable accommodations.
People at work talk about their relationships all the time.
Asking about someone's relationship's a little different than asking about their preferred sexual position.
The expression doesn't refer solely to sexual positions.
Wait, no rib fractures. What is that?
It's a very irregular shape.
Could be an intramural abscess in his esophagus.
The contrast enhancement wouldn't be so uniform.
Yes, that is true.
What about an esophageal cancer?
That would be unusual. He is very young, and
A non-smoker.
I'm confident we can excise the mass, but we need to do an esophagogastroduodenoscopy and biopsy first.
I have no idea what that is, but it sounds awesome.
Please do it now.
Charlie? It might be better trying to be your authentic
No,
self.
we should not do that. Can you wiggle your toes?
But if he's having a stroke...
His speech is improving, which makes a transient ischemic attack more likely, and you ordered a nurse to prep an unindicated and very risky medication.
I didn't order her, I was just making a suggestion.
Get out!
What?
You refuse to acknowledge you made a mistake which wastes my time and endangers our patient. Please leave the patient's room now.
Are we going in for a head CT?
Doctors Walk and Kalu are.
You shouldn't have raised your voice to me like you did.
I spoke with an urgency that was appropriate to the
It
situation.
may be appropriate to some, but as a person on the spectrum, I don't do well when shouted at.
I did not shout.
I'm letting you know the parameters for communicating with me effectively. I'd appreciate your cooperation. I'll go join Doctors Wolk and Clue.
No. You will go to the skills lab and study stroke protocols and procedures for handling a TIA.
I didn't do anything wrong.
I can't work with her constantly interrupting me.
She's a student, Sean. She's excited. She's enthusiastic.
Why does it matter if she is enthusiastic? She makes a lot of mistakes.
Well, now's the time to make mistakes. She's a med student.
Charlie refuses to admit she's made them, which means she cannot learn from them.
Are you sure about that? Maybe she's embarrassed. Maybe you're being a little bit too rigid. You know, give her a chance to work things out.
I have not been rigid.
You're being rigid right now. Why don't you try being a little more patient? Right?
I will try to be more patient.
Great.
That was in my tonsil?
Yes. It caused an infection and fluid buildup in your ear and irritated your carotid artery, which caused the neurological symptoms. You shouldn't ever clean a cooking surface with a wire brush, or let someone slap you, or shoot you with a foam shotgun slug.
That is so cool.
Yes, it is.
Dr. Murphy, can I talk to you?
I am trying to get home. Put Steve down.
This won't take long. I just wanted to tell you how impressed I was with you, how you were able to move that wire fragment from the tonsil without surgery. It was very ingenious. And I also wanted to thank you for letting me observe you in surgery. I learned a whole lot.
Oh, that's good. And you're welcome.
When I found the first wire in the gallbladder, it saved both the patient and us a lot of time.
That is true.
That's a big contribution from a medical student, don't you think?
I believe your intense curiosity and attention to organization will one day make you an excellent pathologist.
I don't want to be a pathologist.
I understand, but given your aversion to textbooks, your extreme impatience,
I'm not impatient. I'm an assertive, dedicated, hard worker.
and your refusal to acknowledge and learn from your mistakes.
Just want to be a surgeon. Like you.
Oh, you're nothing like me. And I don't think you should ever be a surgeon.